Joel has been in my life for a long time. He goes by a lot of names. One of them.
Sign up. Okay, my name is Michael Kroll. I do performance art. I am a gender illusionist.
This is Judy Robeck, and I saw your thing about creative artists for January 29th. I do all kinds of printmaking and painting as well as fabric stitchery business that's kind of, I'm 80 and I have fun, and some of it's more flashy than interesting, and I'd love to participate, maybe, I think. Fun. So, I'm a local artist on Maui, and my art media is oil painting. Aloha, Peter. You made my day, possibly my new millennium. My name is Patricia Glory Whiting, and I'm watching your show right now. And I'm an artist, a poet. I have published lyrics. I think your show is wonderful. It totally brightens my heart. And I appreciate so much that you're there and producing this. And I've loved Jason for many years. My name is Jaya. I'm a face and body painter and an illustrator. Currently working on a book about double goddesses.
My name is Wade McCullum, and I'm a composer, actor, songwriter, singer, piano player, flute player, dancer, actor. Did I already say that? And I do a bunch of stuff, and I've written an original musical based on Siddhartha by Herman Hesse. It's a modern American mythical hero's journey, and I just had this little yellow flyer that you guys sent us. Attention, creative artists of all times, Maui artists showcase. And I would like to share some of my work with the live audience.
This is Wendy. Boy, you are a shining star with a heart in the middle. I've really enjoyed seeing you on a TV a couple times with the other people, and loved your art and just the whole idea of what you guys were doing. Very touching. I saw your turtle show, too, and your turtle story. I'm calling this number because I have this thing in front of me that is about the Maui Artist Showcase on Akaku, the television station. Akaku.
Okay, take the keyboard. Welcome to the Maui Artist Showcase. We're loving that you're here with us tonight and this afternoon or day or morning or whenever it is you're watching. We've got a great studio audience here of artists from the community who, as you heard, some of them have called in and they're actually here on our show. Just let me unplug for a moment. And I'll come right around here and just tell you that we're here for you. We're here for you. Our dear artists who are here to share their artwork with us. And we're here to have fun. Fun. If you just, oh, we got the artist plight? Now hang on for a minute. Aren't we supposed to have all the stuff there about the sponsors and all of that?
I don't think so.
Well, let it be said that we're here because of our incredible cast and our crew. Among them, Jason Schwartz. Give Jason a big warm welcome. And we have Gloria Millett on the camera. Yay for Gloria. And we have Amara Rock on another camera. Hey, Amara. Yeah, we like those shots. All right. We've got our studio audience. We have in the control room George Hublitz on the switcher, also directing. Thank you, George. Okay, we have 3 singing eagles on the teleprompter, on audio, on set design, on Heaven Sent goodies. Oh, by the way, there was food here thanks to all of the sponsors.
Yay!
Among the sponsors was Lily Townsend of the Ministry of Fun, Tribe of One. Tribe of One. She'll be on a future show. She's winging her way to Easter Island now to do some shamanic journey or something. So thank you, Lily. We really appreciate you and your lily pad, of course. And we have Jason Schwartz and the Maui Arts and Music Association. And we have various media, visionary artist resources, including other unique services. So these are the people that make the show possible, as well as the Akaku staff. And we're here because we're seeding something great. We're seeding something that is going to allow us to carry our creativity well into the future and to profit from it. Profit from it not only economically, but from the experience of collaboration and creating something wonderful. So we're here to play today, and we're not really sure what's going to happen, but we invite you to just join us in the fun. And I'd like to introduce my good buddy, Jorel. Jorel, if you please come on up here. Now, I haven't forgotten Jorel, although I might forget his name. Jorel and I have been together for a long time, and we go way, 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 way back, and I won't tell you exactly how far back that is. At least 1,000 years ago.
A different millennium.
As the calendar reads. But there was a little piece of paper, actually. Just some artists wrote some words on a piece of paper, and I found it in 1975. And it inspired me to do all of the work that I've been doing to create a cyber theater, a place for us to heal and to learn and to be the best that we can be at who we are. And I'm going to ask Jorel if he might just share with us what that anonymous writing was, and maybe it'll inspire some of you here in the audience.
Sure. It's sometimes called the artist's plight, but it's the artist's invocation or the artist's concept. There are none more lonely or alone than those who strike out to be different.
You got 'em.
Those wandering souls obsessed with chasing rainbows and dreaming dreams, going against the odds because of faith and belief. Faith in their talent, belief that they have something to offer, accepting criticism and ridicule and often laughter, only to continue to try to be one of the few.
Have the cameras get some of your artwork.
Where's Shakespeare?
They are forever told, give up,
Have the cameras get some of
grow up,
your artwork like
as they wait for even one to holler, stick with it! They long for a reason that they have existed. Proof that they have left a mark, no matter how small. Or even a few lives have touched, that their lives have touched. They're truly a different breed, our artists. To society during the struggle, they're fools. But once successful, they're praised and accepted. Never will there be a greater frustration nor a stronger need to be recognized than in the life of an artist like Peter, like our people here that you will see tonight. So, thanks for joining us. Peter, take it away.
Yeah, can anybody relate to that? Show of eyebrows, hands, you know, have we been there? You know, some of us struggle to succeed, some of us succeed naturally, and sometimes success has very little to do with money, but it's more of an attitude. So I wanted to share something that has helped my attitude enormously over the years, just to be able to do amazing things with very little resources, and a lot of it has to do with faith. Faith in the fact that there's an infinite supply, and faith that times are changing, which is obvious, because we can no longer build on the fabric of the old ways of being with each other. We have to invent new ways, and this show is about inventing some of those new ways. So I encourage you all out there in viewerland to come on down and share your talent with us, and let's have a taste of this incredible uniqueness that we all have inside if we allow it to come forth. So please, allow this moment to be your moment. I'd like to thank George Kahumoku, I think I said it right, for his wonderful gift to us last time out. He gave everybody in the studio some albums of his music after performing for us. So that's a great, great gift. And you know, when artists can bequeath us with their talent, I think there is no greater gift. And money can't buy the love that the artist comes from when they do their work and when they share with us. So this show is about that. And I'd like to be able to have everybody just come forward for a moment and join me in something we do on every show, because we're one for all and all for one. So if everybody just comes up, and we're going to do the Maui handshake. Now, the Maui handshake is with your left hand in a circle. We all get in a circle. And put your left hand out, your palm down. And Amar, at this point, if you want to come and grab the other angle, you can do that. And grab the thumb of the person behind you. Thumb out. Grab the thumb of the person behind you. Thumb out. And now we have a beautiful ring, a hand. And I'd like those people in the front, if you could kneel down so we tilt the ring a little bit. And I'll stand out. So let's see, maybe if we could get a shot from Gloria's camera. And could you shift over, John, a little bit? And we'll force the circle so that we can even be more perpendicular. And maybe you can duck your head a little bit. So we'll see if we can get a clean shot through the circle. Ed's looking into the camera. Okay, everybody can look into the camera. Go ahead, Ed.
Oh, yeah.
Jarrell. Here's Jarrell. Can you see him? Okay, John, do you want to get a shot in the center? Not everybody can be at the center at once.
Hello.
Please. Now, I'm sure this is a humbling experience seeing us all kneeling like this. It has nothing to do with religion, believe me. This is what people do for the sake of art. So thank you very much for connecting. This is what we call full bandwidth connection. It doesn't go through computers. There's no phone lines, no answering machines. We're really here in real life, touching each other. It doesn't get better than this, folks.
Improv TV.
Improv TV. Thank you. You can go back to your seats. Aloha. Give yourselves a warm hand of applause. Absolutely great. Thank you. That was one of the best Maui handshakes we've ever done on this show. Hey, we've got an exciting show. We have a great lineup of creative spirits who have joined us tonight. Remember this? Yeah. In the studio, yes. In the studio to share their heart and their art. They gifted us and they will gift us with all of their talents. So let's give everybody a warm welcome and a hand of applause for Judy Roback, John Corpy, Tina Honecker, Wade McCullum, the Pono Players. That's Wade, Stephen Nicholas, Tiffany Cole, and Lindsay Lucas. They're all here. We've got a great studio audience. We're off to a great start. And Judy, if you wouldn't mind just coming right up here and having a seat, then we shall have a few words with you. And let's see, we need to put your art somewhere. Did you bring some with us?
Well, I have it, but it's sort of in an out book. I can pull some out here and there. Oh, you have that on my note card.
Yes, I have the little note cards, so we could definitely put that up.
Well, and they don't include my,
If we can get a shot of those note cards, can anybody grab that? Judy, if you just lift your legs for a moment, I'll put this on the other side of you. There you go.
And so,
well, we can start with the cards right here. I think we have some close-ups of it by now.
well, they're actually laser prints from large paintings that I've done over the years, and some are from sketchbooks. And, various things from Maui.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? I mean,
Well, I've been
you're
on Maui since '85, and I came from Denver, Colorado, where I used to be involved in the Denver Art Museum as in various capacities. But Maui is certainly a wonderful place for artists, and I found the Hui Noiao and got involved in the print shop right away, and I have
right over there.
been enjoying meeting other artists, and it's an ideal place for creative people, and the arts and the organizations that are here. The Arts and Cultural Center has been
Now, were
wonderful.
you born an artist, or did you
I
grow into
suppose,
one?
but my parents encouraged us as children to go out and observe flowers, and before we could read or write, to draw them, and they have always encouraged us. But I still am a child, and I feel in the process I just turned 80 last year.
A young child.
Yeah, but then the child within, I think everybody's really an artist, but they don't always have a chance to express it because they get discouraged and they become self-critical. And I'm afraid I'm not that, well, sometimes we're all self-critical, but I've enjoyed making art and always have been encouraged to keep doing.
Your parents said it's okay to make art? They didn't say, do what we want you to do? And
They brought people, teachers to our home to help us look and draw the scene around us and whatever, learn to look at eyes and draw eyes and make us aware. But my father was a paleontologist, and he taught us early to look and see, and part of my thing is doing a Zen experience, and I feel the process is as important as the result, and for what that's worth, I enjoy going out and doing putting down on paper what I'm seeing, but not to hang in a show or a museum, but just for my own self. And theoretically, you're supposed to throw it away, but I have stacks and stacks of old sketchbooks.
So it's like a journal, in essence, a pictorial journal.
Right.
Well, I'm a documentarian. I'm always photographing myself and everybody in my life, which reminds me, I'll get my camera in a minute and take a shot of you. But I'd like to talk about your art. Could you tell us about this card right here?
Well, I like to do linoleum block prints, and of course, we did those in school.
We want to hold it up for the camera to take a shot. Maybe we can get it on this camera.
Yeah, and this is water-based paints, and that's easy to do, but cutting into battleship linoleum I've done for all my life, really, and I do it from drawings, very simple contrast, and this is such a basic, simple thing, because they can get into different blocks and add more colors, but I just do simple. Whoops. Somewhere my cow is my popular thing.
Your cow? Well, let's look at the cow.
I can't find, where is
Did you know that cows were holy in India?
Here's my cow.
And here we turn them into
purple
McDonald's.
Cow. I like purple cows. No, this is my purple cow on this side.
Your purple cow.
Yeah. And
Okay,
sometimes those go well, and
Purple cow, okay,
cow.
over there.
But I have also done some monoprints and used that image in other media too, because somehow people like cows on Maui, up country. I did it one morning. I was up there seeing cows.
So you've been creating art for all your life in various forms, and you've had greeting cards. Have you had any big successes in your life, something that really catalyzed your career?
Well, since I've been a senior, I've won more awards. I mean, I had life to live before I grew up. I mean, but I won some Best of Show awards as a senior here and there, both in Colorado and in Maui, and that's nice. And it's just, I don't care about, I mean, it's nice to be recognized, but it's
Absolutely.
fun to do it, yeah.
Well, we certainly recognize you.
Well, your program is very great, and I was thinking I was first on TV in 1954 to show how you could make Christmas decorations out of junk, your orange juice cans and light bulbs and trash.
Hey, well, maybe that brings us to this. Not to say that it's trash, but this seems like an accumulation of junk. Do I dare say? What is that?
Well, that was from a class about 11 years ago with Pauline Hepburn.
George, can we get a shot of the tapestry?
Fabric. And that, originally we had a large piece of paper to put 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. And then we transferred that to fabric because Pauline Hepburn had these wonderful colors a felt that we could use to cut up, but that was years ago, and I never stopped. I kept adding things, and it's without much purpose or plan. It's
So
purely
like a rubber
intuitive.
band ball then kind of thing?
Yeah,
Just-
but I have
Could you
buttons.
zoom in a little bit and grab some close-ups and detail of that?
At the Denver,
Explore it with
yeah,
the camera?
at the
Let's get a
Denver,
look at some of the finery of this great work.
Well,
Look at
it's
all
sort of
that.
meandering, and there's a little piece of wedding veil and a little piece of, I've done a lot of batiking, and
Slow.
various fabrics are incorporated, but I like to play with yarns, and then I like the Northwest Coast Indians that use buttons on their cloaks, and so I have a few buttons. And it's kind of a work in progress. It's not finished, and I can go on. I think it needs a lot more little dabs of orange over here and there. And Pauline Hepburn has a mask now at the Arts and Cultural Center with their photo show, and she's such an inspiration. I enjoyed. And
Now, you're also a cartoonist, it seems, here. Now, if you recall, on our last show, we had a beautiful artist who showed us some of her cartoons in a book from Taiwan. Now, if we can get a close-up, a real close-up of this, is it possible at all?
Too shiny.
oh, this shiny stuff.
No.
come
I'll
out.
make it so it works.
Will you?
Yeah. Does it work?
That's what I was worrying about.
Does it work? Can we get even closer still? Yeah, that looks good. Oh, look at that.
Well,
even
that's a
closer
day
still?
at work, and during the war, this is the one in Hayden Chemical in
Which one?
Silver Spring.
Which one?
Oh, World War II.
I mean, which
It
artwork?
was 1940. But here we worked, it was after we were making VT fuses and stuff, but I worked in a lab where we were in the dark room a lot, and then there wasn't much work, so that my cartoon is sort of a spoof of what a day at work. We were just knitting and
focus.
watching the weather, and there wasn't that much to do.
It keeps moving.
I'm moving it closer to you. Get a focus on it.
Why, thank you for moving it. I appreciate that a lot.
It's shiny.
I'm holding it so you can get a shot of it, because it's too small on the screen unless you get really close.
Yeah.
Can we get a shot of that? There you go. Can you zoom in and get really tight and close on one of those? Any one.
It's where everybody's listening to the radio at 11 o'clock.
Too
we
close.
stop.
Okay. That's maximum focus. There you go.
Why don't you move it back so we can focus, Peter?
Well, I tried to hold it still so you could get closer,
There,
but
now
it
you
wasn't
got
getting
it.
bigger. So
Oh.
now I'm getting closer to you.
Next.
Closer to you. Does everybody know that
Next.
song?
Next. Well,
I'll
that's
get
fine.
close.
What, do you have some other art? And we'll just, can we look at
Well,
these? We didn't see
oh.
these yet.
Yeah.
Let's look at these cards.
And I wanted to talk about this.
This is the close-ups. It seems like this is a good camera for close-ups right here where Jason is. So I'll just sort of settle in here until I see a shot of her art. Thank you.
Well, that's from Hokipo. I have a painting, acrylic is what I used to
If
mostly
we could just
do.
take one of these and stay on it for a minute.
And that's
I don't
over
like
at
this directing
Lahaina.
from the floor thing.
I'm directing George. George, if you please have your camera person just stay on one of these images. Protocol of television.
Very nice.
So this is kind of things that you've sold. You've made cards and
Well,
you've sold
the
these.
Joy's place in the Island Surf Building has my note cards, and she has this bunch of other of my art. In fact, I live in the Island Surf Building, and many of the stores on the bottom floor have my art at the United, with a title, Hawaiian title or whatever, has 6 or so of my paintings, and at this point, and in the bathroom at Paul's has some of my paintings.
Oh, that's great. Everybody, let's go on a field trip to the bathroom at Paul's. You're invited. Come on down. Hey, Judy, thanks a lot for being with us. We really appreciate
Thanks, and
seeing your
good
art.
luck.
Thank you so much. Yes, that's great. Now, for our next artist, we have a wonderful man that I've known for years and years and years. Got to watch those surprise moves. John Corpy. Let's give him a warm welcome. John, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, don't fall off your chair yet.
Okay,
We're
I'll
glad
try
to,
not
you know,
to.
this is an incredible shirt
Yeah,
that you've got here. That, I just want to do something before we look at your art, because your art is so colorful and so creative, and we don't know exactly what John's art is yet, but I'm going to enhance your experience here in the audience. So if you just hold for a moment, I'm going to get some 3D glasses. Ready? Hang on.
Okay.
Now, I do think I brought them with me. Okay, everybody in the studio here, you can have some.
Thank you.
Here, Tina, you can have some. Here you go. Just remember, this is a studio experience here. Uh-oh, we're going to run out. Uh-oh, we did run out. Okay, share it if you don't have any. Now, why don't we get this piece right here? Now, this art in particular, what do you think? Does that jump out at you a little bit?
Yeah, it's very dimensional.
Yeah?
Yeah, like
What do you
that.
think, folks? Does it jump out at you a little bit? Yeah? Now, this is quite unusual, as is our studio audience wearing these glasses. And remember, if you want your free pair of 3D glasses and they enhance everything, don't drive with them, then please write to our show and we'll make sure that you get a pair of 3D glasses so you can enjoy the opening credits and some other things that we'll do just for the 3D effect. So remember, write in and let us know you want your 3D glasses. We'll send you a pair. Just send us a stamped, self-addressed envelope. Now, back to John. Take it away, John. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah. So you called in and you saw our show and were interested in being presented with this very innovative and new work that I realized I was holding in the wrong attitude because your signature is down there. So that means it must sit like this.
Doesn't have to.
It doesn't have to.
No.
Would you mind telling us what this is?
That's some rose petals with a water droplet.
Rose petals with a water droplet.
Yeah. And it's on watercolor paper.
Now, how did you make this? Did you paint it?
No, that's a 35 millimeter photo.
35 millimeter photo.
Mm-hmm.
From a film camera.
From a film camera.
Now, I happen to know that you've gone through a lot of careers in your day. You've gone from being a chef out at Little Beach to giving tours of some of the most wetlands of Maui, and now you're embarking on this great career of a digital artist.
Yes.
Okay, this is a wonderful thing. So we're going to see some of John's work, which is not only done on film, but some of the work has never been touched by film or something like that.
Digital.
Digital. Now, at any time, remember, if you're interested in what this is or want to ask questions, you're welcome to do that in the studio audience here. And you at home, you can try to yell into your TV set, but we won't hear you. Sorry about that. But we'll have it be a call-in show soon. And then you can ask questions. And probably we'll get the show on the internet as well for our international clientele of artists. So watch and wait for that. John, have you always had these artistic leanings? Or is this something new in your life?
This is relatively new, the passion I have in super macro close-up photography and flowers especially. It's a new passion.
I see. That's terrific. Flowers especially.
Yeah.
Now, we have some of your other work. Perhaps, would you mind just handing us one of those pieces? This is all very impromptu and formal. We usually have an easel set up. Here's another piece. Is there an up or down? Or
That was right.
It
Yeah.
was right?
Yeah.
Okay. Trust your instincts.
That's,
Get out your 3D glasses. If we can get a close-up on this, then we'll know for sure that that's a great close-up. Oh, look at that. That's wonderful. Oh, look at that. It's so voluptuous and sensual. Now, how long did you court this flower in order to coax this image?
I don't know if that's one of those that I get. Sometimes it takes me, I go in a flower and I don't come out for half an hour or so.
Wow.
So I might have done a little coaxing there.
I see. And do you have anything in your life that has moved you more towards your creative expression in your young age here? Is there something that's now saying, you must be an artist, you must be an artist? There's some driving force in you?
Not really. I just go with my passion. I just love shooting flowers and feel I have a gift and I want to share it with the world. It brings me joy and I hope it does others.
Well, I'm sure that's true. Does everybody like John's work? Yeah. John, you have a bunch more of these prints, but I'd like to just digress for a moment and take a look at this piece right here, if the camera can actually get it down where it is. It's a piece that is very unusual in that it's one of your images that are on some tiles. Could you tell us about that process?
Well, I can tell you a bit. Yeah, that's a 35 millimeter photograph, digitized, and then it's baked on tiles with a special process. I can't tell you a lot about it, except that I may have the market for Hawaii and Australia on a newer process than this one, where you can the image will be baked on and you can walk on it without scratching it. This in this form here, it is scratchable, so it's meant just now to be like an art form, and not, you know, with rings or anything going across them. But I will be coming up with a new approach with tiles that you can walk on. So
Now, is this an inkjet process? Do you know?
no, I don't know.
You don't know. But
No.
some of your work is of the inkjet variety, and you've printed them out yourself.
Yeah.
So you take the camera, you take a picture of something, but it's a digital camera. So you hook that into the computer, and then the computer, you can play with the color balance and make it bigger or smaller, or invent flowers that never existed.
I haven't quite invented any flowers that haven't existed before. I enhance the ones that are already there sometimes, but for the better part, I leave them alone and maybe put a little color in the background.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, let's maybe take a look at that other one. Nicholas, if you can hand it up to us. This is a very nice piece. Do you have a name for this?
No, I don't have a name for it. It's a beautiful flower, like you know, it's one of the bird of paradise type flowers.
Uh-huh.
And it's on watercolor paper, so it looks a bit like a painting. I actually did paint in a little bit of extra purple that was already there in other spots of the picture.
I see.
And,
Now, this one looks like it would work very good with the 3D glasses. Does anybody want to give any feedback about that? Do you have your glasses handy? John, just when you put them away, you thought you were going to escape, right? Not true, not true. Keep those 3D glasses handy. What do you think, folks? Nah, not so much?
It's good without.
It's good without, better without. Some things are better without. It's like, you know, well, never mind. John, nice to have you here. I'm wondering where you go next with your artwork. What's your next step?
well, I have quite a few things on the plate. I have a worldwide web internet gallery that would be available for viewing, I'd say about a month from now at the most. That's fineartphoto.com, photo F-O-T-O, so Fine Art Photo.
So that would be http://www.fineartphoto.com.
Yeah, usually if you just type in fineartphoto.com, the rest comes in.
You don't need the
You don't need all
HTTP
that
anymore. See, I'm behind the times. You learn something new every day on the Maui Artist Showcase. That's great, John. Well, you know, I think every artist should have a website because that way you reach a global market. Do all the artists here have websites? I don't see any hands up. There's one, but it's only up this much. Does that mean it's just one page, or what's the story? In construction. Well, that's the name of the game. This show is under construction, so we're all in the same boat here. John, I'd like to know if there's any one thing that you might share with our viewers to encourage them to continue to move towards expressing their art.
Where is it?
What is some advice you might give to contain the passion against all odds?
Well, if it's an art form that you have a lot of passion with, just follow your passion. And if you're really doing what you really, really love to do with a strong passion, and have the willingness to put some effort into the rest of it, marketing and things like that, and, you know, just step forward with what gift you have to offer the world, and get out there with it. Don't be afraid. And, yeah.
Well, I think that's something that you're doing. I know you were a little shaky about coming on our show, but we're certainly glad that you're here, and your art is fantastic. Really, really nice, beautiful images. I can see them wall size. There's a company here on Maui that can make murals out of your artwork. And we have one last piece I think we can take a look at. Yes, please.
You know, art that's practical is also very good, and that can be a tray.
That can be a tray. That can be a tray. Sure.
Or a cabinet door.
Or a cabinet door.
Yeah.
Or a refrigerator door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything.
Doorway to heaven.
Doorway to heaven. Doorway to wealth. Yeah. Gateway to grandiose dreams. So there's a lot of potential here, and I'm glad to see you moving forward and out of the jungle into the world of creative commerce.
Yeah.
So God bless. Is there something you want to say in closing?
Well, yeah, just a couple of things. If somebody's interested in the paper media, you know, like that I work with, there's a newsletter put out by a paper company, and that's TSS, T like Titanic, SS like sunshine, photo spelled the regular way, PHOTO.com, and they'll give you a lot of information about these medias that you can do inkjet printing on, turning watercolor paper, photos on watercolor paper into the appearance of watercolor paintings. And also there's a digital photography class held at my studio by Sam Epstein, who's been one of my greatest teachers, on Tuesdays. You could call me or come and visit me at my studio. My telephone number is 573-6442. And Peter asked me what I was getting into with my artwork. It's also that lately I've been thinking to allow some goddesses to be coming out of my flowers. And if there are any that would be interested in partaking in that, please call me. And I think that's about it. Yeah.
That's great. Well, let's give John a warm hand of applause. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
John Corthy. Well, we're birthing something here, if I don't duck out of the frame. And we're birthing something great. We're birthing something for April that we've done 8 times before, and it's called KidCast for Peace. Now, KidCast for Peace is an opportunity for children around the world to come together in video conferences and be able to share their art and their heart with each other and offer suggestions to the adults. I've learned I got to do these getting up from the chair moves really slow. How's that? Now, we're having a special show in March when we'll tape next, so please call our show hotline, which is 573-4188. And if you have a child prodigy that you would like to be featured on the Maui Artist Showcase, that's what our next show is about. Child prodigies of any age. So if you were a child prodigy and you're 80 now, but when you were 15 you had your first gallery show, then come on down. Come on. Do you like the hand, the way the hand does that? Come on down. And you can be on our program. And I'd like to introduce a dear buddy for a little impromptu, Jor-El. Please join me here.
What are we doing now?
We're going to do a very special bit. Now, you've been with me for the KidCast for a long time,
Yeah.
and Jor-El has absolutely no idea what I'm going to say next.
None.
And the funny thing is, neither do I. But it says on the teleprompter that we've got another very special event. And this is going to be a musical event.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, before the musical event, I'd just like to talk for a minute about synchronicity.
All right.
Do you have anything to share on the concept of synchronicity?
Synchronicity is things happening at the same time which are unplanned, such as our being on together, but that's slightly planned so that it isn't exactly synchronicity, but it's synchronicity that everybody's here in the audience studio at the same time.
Aha.
Does that work?
That's kind of synchronicity.
I mean-
It's like intersecting at the right time and place with what seems like an accidental occurrence, but maybe there's a higher power that is orchestrating the role of the die here.
Right.
Well, I had a miracle happen yesterday, and I'd like to share it with you.
Okay.
Because you've been with me through a few miracles.
A few.
A few.
Yeah.
Now, you see this hat I'm wearing here? It's a Silicon Graphics hat. It's one of my favorite hats. I got it at SIGGRAPH, which is a computer graphics organization. And I went swimming to try to find the turtles, and I didn't see any. And when I got finished with the day, I did my whole day. And then the next day, I went swimming at the same place.
Right.
And that morning, yesterday morning, I realized that I didn't have any of my hats, and I was missing my hat. And I wanted to do one of my very special photographs, a rocks to DNA photo. And if you just hold on a minute, I'll show you one very much like it. It was back here a second ago. Where'd it go? Boy, there was a
Whenever
whole...
somebody says hold on, it's like the New York City subway.
Hold on.
You gotta have something to hold on to.
Boy, you know. Oh, here it is.
Remember riding the subway?
Here it is over here.
Can I stop holding on?
Yes, you can stop holding on. I'll hold on for a while. Okay, now, this rocks to DNA photograph was taken at Little Beach, at Charlie Young Beach. So I started my camera rolling as I do, so that the shutter was open at twilight and waiting for darkness as the scene set into the emulsion for darkness before I posed the models. Now, I asked 5 people on the beach to model for me, and none of them wanted to do it. None of them, not one. So I had to be my own model. And I turned around from asking the last person on the beach, the only other person around, who said she won't do it. You want it tilted that way? Okay. And then I turned around, and there was this hat sitting on a rock. So for 24 hours, this hat was missing from my life, and for 24 hours at least, it sat on a rock at the beach where I just happened to find myself yesterday, a day later, and looked around, and here was this hat.
Amazing.
It was a miracle. To me, that's a miracle. When you lose things and then connect with them, and nobody from the public took it because they loved it, and they left it there so I could see it, and sure enough, I happened back there by sheer coincidence and found my hat. That's the story of my hat.
Great. Wonderful. Bravo.
So, isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
So life is like that. By your action, by your coming here to this studio, by your being visible on the air, you have set things in motion, the likes of which you can't even imagine.
Look, get a hat.
Get a hat. Get a life.
Get a life.
Hey,
And?
we're going to set our show now for our next musical talent. And now,
And now,
we're going to have Tina Honecker. And now Tina
yes,
is somebody that is a dear friend. And we're going to ask Jason to do the world's first behind-the-camera interview with Tina Honecker. So we're going to break for a little minute and set the cameras and set the stage for some music and clear out all the artwork, and then we're going to do some improv with the Pono players. And
Excellent.
all you viewers get closer to your screens so that you can really feel like an intimate bond with us. I know it's technology and the electronics is in the middle, but you know, that's all we got for right now. When we get a bigger studio, you're all invited.
Can we get a 5-minute break?
5-minute break.
Take a 5-minute break. You want to
cut.
3 pictures left. Okay, great.
I can do the camera.
So
but I
let's
won't be
see.
able to
I introduced the world's first interactive camera person. So I think what we're going to do is start with you on me, and I'll introduce Jason again, and then we can have Jason's camera take Tina, and then I'll introduce Jason with the shot on Tina's camera. You'll cut from this camera to Jason's camera, and that'll give this camera a chance to reset on the shot with Jason as interviewer. Got it, George?
dissolve Peter. What does that mean?
As long here and
Yeah.
They did that once on an English guy who was very effective.
Okay, here we go. That's fine. That's where we are. So anytime you want to roll the tape, just give a cue. Come up on me, and I'll make a comment about the silly hat.
Okay. Fading to black.
Tina, you want to play some music?
Five.
Hey, welcome back to the Maui Artist Showcase. You never left. You've been watching this whole time. Oh, we love you even more for that. Hey, we've got the world's first on-air camera person who's going to interview our next talent, and what a talent she is.
First, standing behind the camera and in front of the camera at the same time. Is that an identity problem? I think it is. We have a terrific guest here. I don't know which way to turn. We have and cut. Are you okay, George? You want me to start again?
Start again. You were breaking up.
Yeah,
Okay,
funky
can you hear me now?
Funky
Okay.
Broadway.
Tell me when. We have Tina Honecker with us. Tina is a guitar player and musician and songwriter, and some people argue that music is the most powerful of the arts. I think that's definitely a conversation for another show. Let me ask you, Tina.
I'm not Tina. Don't look at me.
Oh, you're not Tina. You're Tina. I knew that. How did you carve your niche? How did you carve your niche in music? What drove you to this passion called music?
I've always had music in my life. My mom was or is still a great piano player. My dad was a saxophone player. That was our pastime. You know, the family got together literally by standing around the piano and playing music. And music's always been there to help me through all the rough times, all the good times, and it's just a matter of putting it into song.
You know, we can do a little bit of interview, but I know, to me, the most powerful part of what you do is in the sound. When you've written these songs, each one of them, I'm sure, has its own little story. What are you going to be playing for us today?
Actually, I did a medley of, shall I just hold the microphone?
I will
Sure.
Oh. I have a medley of 5 songs, but I only have time for 4, that's fine.
Uh-huh.
Each one has a story. One is written for my daughter, who one time just wouldn't stop crying, and I just started singing about this song being a lullaby. And lo and behold, she stopped crying, and this song was created. And so I'm real proud of that, and I've taken it to different places. A lot of it is just things on the island. You know, you see it growing and becoming more like a city. And then I think of when it was simpler. And then, so the one song is a simpler place and time. And so it just allows you to express what you're saying, and it's in a form of a music, so it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Form of an art.
And you're still involved in many showcases around the island. I've seen you. I remember when we first did our showcases at the Maui Arts and Music Association,
Yes.
at different clubs, before we had TV here in Maui. It was actually pre-TV, right?
Yes.
That was a good time, and you were just beginning to get more active and aggressive in your career, and you're still out there. And
Just learning
really
how to hold a
happy to see it.
microphone without going like this.
Oh, you
And,
did a terrific
you
job.
Yes. And a lot of it, to me, for the arts, is fundraisers, benefits, a lot of things. So, you know, it's not in the money part. It's in just being able to be creative and loving what you do.
Mm-hmm. Are there any things that you specifically want to say to our audience, or does that come out in your song?
When people hear me, a lot of them will say that they can't sing. And I think some of the artists previous in the show were saying that, you know, if they can't, well, your voice is in whatever, you know, whether you paint, you take photographs, you cook, whatever it is you do well that you like to create. And that is just another way of singing. And when I say that to people, they go, oh yeah, you know, just the point is to be creative. You know, don't get stuck. I mean, this is TV and you should watch some of the shows, but I mean, sometimes you let other people do our thinking and stuff instead of just thinking, well, what can we do? What can we do to be creative, you know, whether it's cooking or whatever. I think that's just, you know, find a good way to let out your creativity.
Well, I'd love you to take this opportunity and share some of your songs with us.
Well, thank you.
Okay?
Okay.
And action. Thank you, Tina, for joining us.
It's you and me instead of him. Looks like I've lost another one again. I was almost to the I love you and then looks like I've lost another one again. I was almost to the I love you and then looks like I've lost another one again. Oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, what makes a song a good lullaby to sing to your little ones so they won't cry? Most of them handed down, hardly any new. Some are for make-believe, while others are really true. They worked for me, just like they worked for them. It's the same old story told, time and time again. Doesn't matter where the sun comes from, that you like best. It calms the young ones down, so both of you can rest. And when I was young, my mama would rock me in her arms. Long as I could stay inside, the world couldn't do me any harm. I wanna go back to a simpler place and time, when I was just another face and the whole world was mine. So hurry up and stop at the city. I'm spinning like a top, going nowhere to talk. I'm longing for the way it used to be. In my mind I can still hear my mother call. I wanna go back, I wanna go, I just wanna go back. I wanna go, I wanna go, I wanna go back. I wanna go back to a simpler place and time, when I was just another face and the whole world was mine. On the spirit wave, riding that wave into the sun. You and I just around, all around. Got me crying, whisper sighing, wave is breaking, my heart is aching, and I just wanna know where you go, stay by my side, right on the edge of the spirit wave, right on the edge of the spirit wave,
Well, that's great. I'll jump in here with Tina. Yeah, and see if we can get a shot with the two of us. Hey, look, you're taller than I am. That's good. I'm the Great Incredible Shrinking Man, and we're shrinking out of time here. We've got one more act, And Tina, we'd love to maybe hear another song from you before we introduce our next act. Do you have one more prepared, do you think? Or?
Yes, I do.
You do? You just happen to have one more. Great. How, would everybody like to hear one more tune? Yeah. Okay, let's go for it.
How many times have I turned the other cheek? I tried to be humble and tried to be weak. Where was it written to become a doormat? Got a different book now, and that's that. I got a new attitude, I ain't taking it no more. New attitude, your stuff's outside the door. New attitude, I've changed all the locks. Your time is over, tick-tock, you're in for a shock. New attitude, I've got a new attitude. New attitude, I've got a new, I got a new, I got a
Thanks, Tina. Oh, that was wonderful. Tina Honecker, thank you so much. We'd like to move on and close our show with an incredible group of people that are very enthusiastic about edutainment and about making a difference in people's lives. And we're very delighted to have them here. Please give a warm welcome to the Pono Players. Now we're setting up just a little bit, and pretty soon we'll be organized, and they're going to do a little interactive performance with us so that we can get a sense of what edutainment is. Now, do you care to comment? What is this edutainment stuff?
Well, we go into schools and teach drama and literature through drama and stuff like that with the Maui Academy, the Performing Arts. We also teach, the public about just playing and bringing bliss and theater and play back into our everyday lives as adults and reclaiming that child who just likes to be silly and play. So, yeah.
He wants to do it again because he said the audio was on.
You need a microphone, first of all.
Is that stand-up mic?
And
He's using
we're supposed to have
the
next to the
keyboard.
lab. Jason, could you give him your mic?
Is this mic on?
Check.
Just making sure that this mic is functioning to its full capacity. And if anybody can hear me out there.
Closer.
Closer.
This in your
Yes,
pocket?
so here I am, and this is the mic. And
So should we all get a microphone for all?
That is your mic.
Okay.
do we need to all to be singing this close into the mic?
That would be helpful.
The shotgun is
We all need to be that close to the microphone.
Is this on now?
It should be on.
Testing. All right.
Yes, it's on.
You'll have the volume of the floor.
Yeah,
Just bring up the volume.
You can do it. You can do it. Nice image.
Yeah, we're loud.
It's all right.
Yeah,
Good.
everything's good.
Good.
Real clear image. Very sharp.
Watch two monitors and adapt, and
It's not-
but it's in training for me right now, but it's nice. I like it.
Good. It's tricky. You got the trickiest shot in the whole group.
Do we want to move that back?
No, because we're gonna,
Okay.
how, are we gonna be like educators?
Bum 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 bum.
Very clumsy.
Okay, they're asking me to be a human boom.
Yes, we need a human boom for the shotgun.
I'll be the boom boom.
Oh. Shall I go around? You just did.
This is the marvels of tape. See, if we were to do this as a live show, we'd be hopelessly embarrassed.
You don't need this.
No.
Now we can be hopefully embarrassed.
Now we can all be embarrassed.
Instead of
Exactly.
hopelessly.
Hopelessly.
Hang on for dear life. Where do you want me, Peter?
Somewhere in the shot.
In the shot.
Yeah.
Like hanging out in the back?
Yeah.
Hanging out in the background?
Hanging out in the back or next to him, see if you can get a 5 shot. See if you can get 5 in a row.
You haven't prepped for me to be here. I
Just ask them questions, find out who they are, find
Okay.
out what their artistic talents have been up to now.
This is during their break, not now.
This is during everything that you introduce them. Before you do a bit, do we
just
want to
did.
find out? Did we do? We find
You
out who
just
they are?
introduced them.
Okay,
This
well,
mic?
we'll be fine.
George, you picking up my lapel mic? Okay.
Now, do you want to try your piece with the keyboard before we roll?
Sure, that would be great.
Roll with the keyboard.
So, Zan, take it away.
Okay, here's a balance.
Welcome to the Zen Sandwich, a place that serves peaceful plates for your peaceful days and you. We want to relieve your stress, clean up your mess, and help you find God through your food. Come on inside and feel divine and have some lovely organic wine. Sit in this place and you'll see it's designed with feng shui. Some St. John's wort will open the portal to help you enjoy tonight's specialty. Ginkgo by Aloha Burgers!
Okay. How's the sound in the control room?
Good.
Sound is good. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have them go right into their piece, and then after they do, what, a 1 bit or 2 bits?
We've got a whole 15-minute thing. that
Okay, well,
goes
before you
once
do
we
the 2 closing songs then
Yes.
we'll do the interview. But let's just go ahead and have you do your thing.
Exactly.
Okay? That's the way it's going to be. And
That's how it's
Jarrell,
scripted.
you can have a seat, and then you'll come back and interview them after, when you cue us.
Yes,
Okay?
that will be done. This one is watching?
It keeps changing. You have to watch me.
Oh.
Okay.
What if
Can
we
we
Well,
just
some
have
of our
one?
straight out?
Some of our songs
We're
are
gonna play
just
straight
straight
up.
on.
It's okay.
So it would be
Well,
cool.
you just play straight on,
Okay.
and they'll change the cameras accordingly. Okay, get ready to roll tape. Tape is rolling.
Rolling.
Hold it.
Who they are first? We never got that.
That'll come.
No, we'll do it later.
Okay, got it.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Zen Sandwich, a place that serves peaceful plates for your peaceful days and you. We want to relieve your stress, clean up your mess, and help you find God through your food. Come on inside and feel divine and have some lovely organic wine. Sit in this place and you'll see it's designed with feng shui. Some St. John's wort will open the portal to help you enjoy tonight's specialty. Ginkgo by Aloha Burgers! Ginkgo by Aloha Burgers, what a treat. Something we never thought we'd ever eat. But here we are, about to buy this food for the brain, and we don't know why. We're just desperate for something, and we don't know what it is. We're searching way outside ourselves for anything that gives us pleasure, the treasure of the senses. We are jewel-laden maidens, and we're sipping on our tea. We're sitting with our husbands, and oh boy, do we feel free, 'cause it's anti-parasitic, and it kills off all the yeast. It's made with lots of light and love to smother out the beast. But this place ain't cheap, but we take a leap every time we eat these macrobiotic trees. They've got their mantra muffins, peaceful pastries, tantric tea. Diebig Danish, holy halva, Satan free. Gleeful garnish, sacred salads, please your palates.
Heard of Buddha's beer? Well, they have it here.
I think it's clear that Zen
Is the way to be.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for joining us today. We're going to be interviewing Swami Guru Ruru. He is with us today, the collective entity. I'm going to ask him one question, and then I would like our audience to join in and ask a couple questions. Oh, Swami Guru, thank you so much for joining us today.
I would like to ask you, how was your plane ride today?
Well, the
Plane.
ride was
Insurmountably.
difficult. When
We
first arrived,
on.
the plane
We
were encountered
a very.
cranky baby.
So please be careful with your questions because they had a rough flight. Any questions from the audience?
How do they know who should talk first?
Collective entity, swami, guhuru. Who talked first?
We are
Hey,
one person.
you see,
We are
a.
one person.
There you have it. Any other questions?
What is the meaning of life?
Oh, what is the meaning of life?
That is
A
very deep.
question.
So when
We
approach that,
question.
we must,
Answer
with much.
riddles.
So when
We
answer that,
question.
we will
Find.
the answer.
There you have it. One last question.
The millennium. Tell us what will happen in the new millennium.
Ooh, what will happen in the new millennium?
Why ask?
What?
Will happen.
No one.
Will know.
And thank you so much, Swami Guhuru, for coming today. We hope you have a pleasant flight back. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.
Okay. And what we're going to do next is ask the Pono players to perform an improv scene for us. And what I need to get from the audience is a non-geographical location. And they're going to improv a 1-minute scene, and then we're going to move on to the next phase of the game.
Non-geographical?
Cyberspace.
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 Excellent. Okay, you have 1 minute, and ready. And go.
Oh, I gotta download this new cyberspace technology. I just got my virtual reality machine and I'm dying to try it out. Here goes. Wow! Everything's so real. I can almost reach out and...
Johnny, are you in that cyberspace again?
Mom, you're killing my trip here.
Johnny!
I'm just about to meet the space creature.
Oh, Johnny, I'm gonna pull the plug, okay?
Oh, you shouldn't do that while I'm in here.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, Mom,
Johnny, come back! Who are you?
You see, Mom, I was trying to tell you, if you pull the plug, we all end up in cyberspace and there's no way out. So I hope you're familiar with the territory, because here we are.
Can I plug it back in?
See ya.
Okay, now we're going to go ahead and give them 3 different categories to perform their scene in. And so what I need, first of all, from the audience is a genre of movie.
Black comedy.
Black comedy, okay. And then I need a musical genre.
Jazz.
Jazz. Okay, and then I'll have our favorite cable specialty show.
Cable channel.
Cable channel.
CNN.
Cable. CNN. Okay. Black comedy, jazz, and CNN. Go.
Oh, I've got to crack into this thing and download the cyberspace. Oh, my new virtual reality machine. Here it goes. I can't wait to escape this world. Wow. An actual space creature. How wonderful. I can actually play with it. Oh.
Johnny, are you in there?
Yeah, Mom, just a second. I'm just about to interface with this creature.
Oh. Johnny, are you in there?
Yes, Mom. I just a second.
Johnny, I'm gonna bust down the door to see if you're in there. You better come out.
Look, Mom, I think actually you better come in here and help because I'm about to be eaten by this
what are
space
you doing?
Oh, I'm back in this world. Great.
No matter what we ask, you do the same thing.
Yeah, that's all right. We're jazz.
Playing this keyboard like it had 88 keys. Downloading my cyberspace special virtual reality machine. Just put on my jazz shades and go right in. Hey, hey, crazy cyberspace guy. That's right. Oh, I love this world. It really rocks my reality.
Johnny, Johnny,
Oh, Mom.
Johnny, you better come on out. Dinner's ready and waiting for you. Johnny, Johnny, Johnny.
Look, Mom, you gotta check out this scene.
Come on out now, Johnny.
Why don't you join me? Oh, come on, everybody. Jump in the Cyberland. Oh, Mom, great, fine, I'll come to dinner, thanks, yeah.
Cool. All right.
Now we'll see the same scene in CNN. This just in. Kids everywhere have been complaining that their virtual reality machines have been working a little too carefully. Here with a live report is Jim. Jim.
Bob, here on the scene is a very dismal scene. We have children who have entered into their virtual reality machines and are now being consumed by the computers. And here we see a child who cannot be taken from his computer. We don't know what to do. We've called a state of national emergency and...
I was going to be interviewed because my children, they're lost in cyberspace with these virtual reality games. I don't know what to do. That reporter said he was going to help me.
Yes, folks, the situation seems to be desperate all across America, so we advise that if you have children and they're using virtual reality machines, please use extreme caution and do the best thing you can. Unplug them. Thanks. That's all tonight.
Yay!
Okay. That's part of what we do. We do comedy improv performances, the whole series of games and story playback, as well as doing some of our original works, which Wade here has written a modern musical adaptation of Hermann Hesse's Siddhartha.
Great. So, names for each of you, please. Wade and...
Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Stephen.
Stephen.
Lindsay.
Lindsay. And how long have you been together?
Well, we've been working together on Maui here for about 2 months, but we've known each other for about 5 years. We went to school together and we've been collaborating.
Met here on Maui?
No.
In California.
Oh, and you all came over at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay, and what's your connection with the Maui Academy of Performing Arts?
We just sort of hooked up with them recently.
Uh-huh.
We're going to be doing some of their school tour programs
Right.
to the kids all around the state.
Uh-huh.
And that will be our venue for comedy improv performances, as well as play shops that we put on to train people how to do what it is we do, and just to remember how to play again.
Wonderful.
We actually have a gig February 12th, Saturday. We're doing a play shop during the day, followed by a performance at night. So for more information, contact Maui Academy of Performing Arts at 244-8760. That's our little plug.
Very fine, very fine. Of the different kinds of performances you do, what do you learn most from? Each of you. I want to just what do you learn most from? in terms of the different kinds of things you do. Some of it is your a cappella singing, some of it is the improv that you just demonstrated. I'm just wondering what you enjoy most and what you learn most from.
No.
You first.
You go.
You first.
I learn mostly from our improv because it's right at the point when we're so alive and so fresh that it's not stagnant. And so by that I learn. I learn a lot about them and a lot about myself.
Right.
And we all live together, so it just continues to get this improv flow going. And I think right now it's one of the kind of best cherries on my sundae right now. So.
All right. And
I'm going to have to agree. Improv is definitely the thing that sparks the most, just because it's the point of creation. You have an idea and it comes right out. There's no direction. There's no manipulation afterwards. It is what it is, and it's in the moment, here and now.
Your turn.
I really enjoy the singing, but I learn most from the improv. Just like agreeing with Lindsay and Steve. Just that it comes right out of you, and you didn't know you had that stuff in you. It starts coming out.
Right.
You know, it's fun.
Ditto.
Fun games.
Ditto.
Yeah, ditto. Music, improv, yeah.
Well, I think that you demonstrate for audiences that improv can be fun. And improv isn't hard because you realize that we're all improving all the time. We're not having a script right now. We're just doing what comes naturally. And I've done a lot of improv also, so I really appreciate what you're doing. And your singing is great. Even though you might like the improv better, the singing is fabulous. So I would encourage you to do both. And you could do improv singing.
Yeah. Oh, we do. We do.
Yeah, wonderful. All right. And you have some more numbers to do?
Yes.
Thanks. Great.
This is the story of Sid Arthur, a modern American Siddhartha. And this is when he meets Kamala, the character who is the love interest in the story. And this is the song she sings.
You've come here for love tonight, and I promise you I'll give a light so bright it'll burn the fire of your deepest desire. Have you ever really listened to the wisdom in your heart? Have you ever really heard the silence of your mind? Well, come along on this pathway and open up your dream. Connecting head and heart will light the flame of illumination. A creation revelation has begun. Illumination.
Our creation revelation has begun. Anything you want we'll give for this gift of life you bring. Our lives renewed in the light of truth and awakening of illumination. Our creation revelation has begun. Illumination. Our creation of our spheres, we are one.
Okay, this next one we need the audience to sing along with us. And the chorus you're going to be singing goes, imagine all the people living life in peace. Imagine all the people living life in peace. Imagine all the people
living life in peace. And if you want, you can come up, that's beautiful. And we'll do the Maui handshake, which we learned at the beginning of the show, and keep singing that song, and that's how we'll end today, okay? So when Stephen will sing that, he'll sing it twice, I'll sing May You Reach Your Goal, and it'll become clear when you guys should enter into the circle. Okay, this is the point where Siddhartha has gone into his samana experience, and there's the whole guru debate. So this is where we're at.
You are the one with the answers. You are the one with the way. He is the one with the answers. He is the one with the way.
Show us the way.
Show us the way.
Show us the way. My way is not your way's not mine. That's the beauty of all these colors that we shine. Each one is so brilliant, each one is a ray, each one individual, shining its own way. Well, I cannot teach you or show you the way to your truth, your love, your journey, and your song. We're a chorus of destiny on a pathway to be free, each one on a road to the eternal sea.
But there's always been the leaders, the one who guide us there, like Gandhi and Jesus, the teachers who care. You can't tell me that we're wrong if they've helped us with our songs. Their teachings are still alive and going strong.
But what of crucifixion, the price they had to pay? It's what the powers do when you help to show the way. Well, let's save the saviors by doing our own part, not needing any doctrines but the ones inside the heart.
Come lead our band and help us show the way. We'll break down the walls of society. We'll find our voice. Will you be our voice?
You may say I'm a dreamer,
but you're not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine all the people living life in peace. 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 Imagine all the people living life in peace.
Without breaking, everybody come move the ring closer to this camera lens. And let's see if we can zoom in and let the hand of circles come right down so that this lens gets close up. Keep going. Crawl towards the camera. I want to get closer and closer. See if you can separate. What I'm trying to do is get this ring of hands to encircle the lens. Can you picture how we do that?
We have to stand up.
We have to stand up and move the image. And you want to be...
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep going. Keep going, keep going.
Where's the lens?
The lens is right here. And you want to hold it so that you're circling lens. Some people on top, some are down, some people part in the background so we can see the blue screen behind you. we want to get the camera to go right from the hands to the blue screen, if it's possible.
Yeah,
to
it's
do
done. It's done.
That. Is it done?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So I want to thank you. We're all for one. We're one for all here. This is a Maui Community Television production of the artists of Maui in the hearts of all of us and all of those viewers who are giving energy to this program. And we hope that you'll continue to watch and be with us here for the next show to be taped in March. This show will feature child prodigies. That's everybody who, from a young age, just recognize that they are a healing, loving, creative force for change in this universe. And this universe is most certainly changing, and we congratulate all of the talents here today for helping manifest the beauty and the art of this new millennium. Thanks for watching. Ahui ho, much aloha to you.
Hui ho.
Thank you. If you'd like to be on our show, please call 573-4188. That's the hotline for the Maui Artist Showcase. We're here for you. We want to give you a platform for your talent and your ability. We're forming an edutainment cyber SWAT team. This is a way for us to take our talents and our art and produce entertainment that is healing and empowering, not only for the artists, but for our viewers. We're so glad you're with us, watching and being part of us. If you'd like to be on a future program, you can call that number, 808-573-4188, or you can write to various media, no, it's not P.O. Box at all. It's 140 Uwapo Road, Building 49-204 in Kihei, and the address will be on the screen. So thanks a lot for watching and tuning in. We really like to thank our sponsors and thank you. And remember that this crawl better speed up or I'll be lagging behind. Participate in presenting your art. We'll see you next time. We like to thank Lily Townsend and all of the sponsors, Andrew Annenberg, John Corpy, all of the artists who have been on our show. This program was produced through the resources of the Maui Arts and Music Association, MAMA, and Visionary Artists Resources, including other unique services, various media. Executive producer and director, moi, so glad to serve you. I'm the founder of Creativity Cafe, a new school for the next millennium, for which this program is a prototype of the kinds of creativity we'll be sharing with our audience live and in cyberspace. We'd like to thank our studio producer, Jason Schwartz. Yay, Jason. We invite you to play with us as we build momentum for something really grand and fun. We're dancing on the edge of time here, and we're thankful to our many friends and supporters that we're ever grateful for their help in producing this program. Thank you, Tina. God bless. Thank you, John. Thank you, viewers. Jason Schwartz. Me too. Gloria, Amara, and George, and Jarrell, and Three Singing Eagles. And we'd like to thank our internet sponsors, and we'd like to thank everybody else, and our dear, dear floor director who walked in. I've asked your name 5 times, and I still don't know it. Kaylin. Kaylin? Okay, thank you, Kaylin. So that's it. God bless. Aloha. Ahuio. Aloha.
Chaka chaka, brah.
Keep those credits rolling, 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 rolling. Keep those credits rolling, 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 rolling. Keep those credits rolling, rolling, rolling. Oh boy, let's tear it down, folks.
The video is shown on television.
We charge for copies, or you can tape off the air. That's what we and we'll give you the air dates once we know that. Find somebody who does, or pay for copies for $25.
Off the air is probably the easiest.
Like a run, like a first, not even
probably
first stretch.
So far, best.
Sorry about that key thing, guys.
That was really weird.
See, it says 4 down 2, and I should have known.
6 times on schedule, and then up to 3 months in rotation. So you'll be visible.
Yeah, and it was just like.
Once we get the schedule, we can stay in touch. We can email. Do you have email?
Huh? Yeah, I have email.
we can email you when the show's going to be on. That's pretty good.
Oh, that would be nice. Should I?
So just somehow get that to Peter.
Somehow I
Yeah. Do you have email?
forgot to do that.
Is your email on that?
Camera's rolling. Okay, turn all the back on the lights. This looks like it's plugged into X7. Where's that turned up? That bulb may be good. So hold
No idea what this is.
Okay.
We're going to get something.
Both recording and the track.
You want to?
I don't know what he's doing. I'm just having a good time.
Okay, this is the swimming scene. Make like you're swimming up in the left corner there. Okay, over there, in the right corner. Swim, yeah. Swim. Swim like a fish. That's it. Slower. Yeah. That's it, man. That's it. Okay, get out of the way. I'm going to go for it. Go look in the studio, see what's going on. If I don't strangle myself with these gears. How do you make this work? Come on, baby.
You need to be a little closer to the camera, Peter.
Come on, baby.
A little bit closer. Now, there you go.
Wish I could hear something. What happened to that audio?
You're going to find that this is a very funny scene.
We got nothing.
It looks like you're yourself out. Oh, now there's the swimming thing.
Go ahead, fire. Okay, yeah, swim. Put that down. Let's swim. Get over there. Swim. Slowly. Feel this out. Okay. I'll race at the camera. 1, 2, 3, go. Work around. That's good. Go look inside. Come on, join us. Come on, give me a little dance.
Come closer.
Come here, come on. Make a guest appearance. We're swimming, we're swimming. Come on.
Welcome in.
Television.
We're doing chroma key.
Come on, man. Enjoy the party. We're fishing the sea.